Hello everyone and welcome. Today, I have a special story for you, all about a little boy named Jimmy and a very important lesson he learned. It is a story for all the kids out there who love to play and for the parents who want them to be healthy and happy. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, lived a boy named Jimmy. Jimmy was a whirlwind of energy. From the moment the sun peeked over the horizon until it was time for dinner, he was always on the go. He loved building towering castles with his colorful blocks, racing his toy cars across the living room floor, and playing hide and seek with his friends in the backyard. His laughter was the happiest sound in the whole house. But there was one thing Jimmy didn't like at all: bedtime. Every single night, when the moon started to glow and the stars began to twinkle, Jimmy's mom would say, "Jimmy, it's time to get ready for bed." And every single night, Jimmy would reply with his favorite phrase, "Just a little more play, please." He would look at his mom with his big, hopeful eyes, and she would often let him play for just 5 more minutes. But those 5 minutes would stretch into 10, and sometimes even longer. Jimmy just couldn't get enough of his toys and games. He felt that the fun should never have to stop. The problem was, the next morning was always a struggle. When his mom came to wake him up for school, Jimmy would feel so tired. He'd rub his eyes and yawn a big, sleepy yawn. Getting out of bed felt like the hardest thing in the world. He would move slowly, like a little snail, while getting dressed and eating his breakfast. The energy he had the night before was completely gone. At school, things weren't much better. During story time, when his teacher read exciting tales of dragons and adventures, Jimmy's head would start to nod. He'd try his best to keep his eyes open, but they felt so heavy. He couldn't focus on the lessons, and sometimes he'd miss important instructions for fun art projects. Even recess, his favorite part of the day, wasn't as much fun. When his friends would shout, "Jimmy, come play tag with us," he'd shake his head and say, "I'm too tired today." He would sit on the bench and watch his friends run and laugh, wishing he had the energy to join them. He felt grumpy and a little sad that he was missing out on all the fun. His body just didn't want to cooperate. Jimmy's mom noticed everything. She saw his sleepy eyes in the morning and his tired slump in the afternoon. She saw that his bright, happy smile wasn't appearing as often as it used to. One evening, she sat down with him on his bed, wrapped him in a warm hug, and said kindly, "Jimmy, my love, I've noticed you've been very tired lately. Did you know that sleep is like a superpower?" Jimmy looked at her, confused. "A superpower? What do you mean?" His mom smiled. "Yes, when you go to bed early and get a full night of rest, your body gets to recharge, just like a superhero's special gadget. This sleep superpower helps you grow big and strong. It helps your brain learn new things and remember them. And most importantly, it fills you up with so much energy that you can run, jump, and play all day long without feeling tired. Going to bed early helps you feel strong and happy." Jimmy thought about his mom's words. He thought about how sleepy he felt in class and how he couldn't keep up with his friends. He didn't like feeling tired and grumpy. He wanted to have that sleep superpower. So, that very night, Jimmy decided to try something different. When his mom said it was bedtime, instead of asking for more playtime, he said, "Okay, Mom." He put his toys away neatly in their box. He went to the bathroom and brushed his teeth until they were sparkling clean. He put on his favorite blue pajamas with little rockets on them. He snuggled into his bed, and his mom tucked him in. She read him a short, sweet story about a brave little star. Before she even finished the last page, Jimmy's eyes were closed, and he was fast asleep, dreaming of flying through the sky in one of his pajama rockets. The next morning, something amazing happened. The sun streamed through his window, and Jimmy's eyes popped open all by themselves. He didn't feel tired or groggy. He felt fantastic. He stretched his arms and legs and felt a wonderful tingle of energy all over his body. He jumped out of bed with a huge smile on his face. He got dressed in record time, ate his breakfast with gusto, and was the first one ready to go to school. At school, he listened to every word his teacher said. He raised his hand and answered questions. During recess, when his friends called him to play, he shouted, "Yes," and was the fastest one in the game of tag. He laughed and ran and had the best time. He felt amazing all day long. He learned quickly, played happily, and his bright smile never left his face. When he got home, he told his mom all about his wonderful day. "Mom, you were right. Sleep is a superpower. I felt so good today." From that day on, Jimmy loved going to bed early. He understood that playtime was fun, but getting his rest was just as important. It was his secret to having enough energy for all the adventures the next day would bring. Going to bed early wasn't the end of the fun. It was the beginning of a new day filled with happiness, strength, and endless play. And so, Jimmy, the little boy who once disliked bedtime, became the boy who knew the secret to being healthy and happy. And that's the story of Jimmy and his sleep superpower. It is a great reminder for all of us that a good night of sleep is one of the best things we can do for our bodies and minds. It helps us be the best, most energetic versions of ourselves. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories and fun content. See you next time.